I couldn't wait for this episode to find out who the fuck was going to win. I couldn't wait.
So, for $300, anybody that bought merch, every $10 they spent got entered into a drawing. All right, here we go.
Here's
our pick right now.
Here's our winner.
Up.
Sounds like you and your new mother are getting along well. I want you to know you can come to me anytime, for any reason.
Woman has lesbian threesomes with her mom and loves sharing her mom with other women.
What a trooper.
This is a fucked up world. This is what I mean. People are like, oh, all you do is talk about articles. Well, because there's fucking weird shit out there. OnlyFans model discovers dad pays for her X-rated content. That's what I picture our listeners to do. Like, if there was a demographic for our listeners, I'd be like 88 Subi wagon. That's what they'd be. Go fucking party, drugs, party, hookers all fucking weekend, and Monday morning you got the show on, headed to work.
Would you rather lick up your partner's fluid after orgasm or suck their fluid from a condom? I told you.
Yeah, this has been a while since we've done one of these straw-sucking ones.
Yeah. Well, oh, I'm a creepy, crazy motherfucker.
Get ready.
I'm funny how? I mean funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you? What do you mean funny? Funny how? How am I funny?
Headphones on. Headphones on. Microphone in position. Microphone in position. Decks on. What's what you do with that thing? Decks on. Tapes on. Tapes on. Volume on. Volume on.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hey, so are you ready to have some fun? Because I am.
Good evening, everyone. Yes, we're back again. We're back again. We're back again. We're back again.
Oh my God.
I know you're gonna dig this.
I have pretty low standards.
I don't understand what's going on here.
2 in the pink, 1 in the stink.
I love a good finger bang. Ew, what the fuck? You're a gross bitch.
You walk like you're fucking 70 years old. Are you gonna make it over here?
I feel like I'm 70. I'm tall and fat.
Matt always picks on me about the ceiling because it slopes down in here. Well, you know what? We ain't got a regular studio to work in yet. We ain't got a real...
We just got to shrink a little, that's all.
That's
no
it.
Big deal. We're just too tall and too big.
Friday the 15th. The show comes out Monday the 18th. The contest was over on the 13th. The $300 giveaway ended on the 13th. So if you didn't get your merch, you got little dicks. And you don't have $300. Well, you probably do, but you don't have 300 of Mike's dollars.
That's exactly right.
So,
nor will you ever now because you missed your opportunity. Well, it sounds quieter this time.
Does it?
Are our levels right?
Well, I thought they were, but
it sounds a lot quieter.
Let me double check.
Might have turned them down because we were loud.
Is that any better there?
A little bit.
Yeah,
that is right there.
So the contest went well. So a lot of merch.
Yes, we did.
A lot of entries in there. I
want to thank everybody that reached out and bought merch. I know a lot of you probably did it more to help out and support Wes and I more than you did to win the money. Nonetheless, we appreciate it regardless.
I think most of them did it so they didn't end up with little dicks.
That's true.
I think they probably got a little scared.
Because it was weird. If you don't buy merch, it magically shrinks.
Right.
If there was even room to
By the 13th, if you didn't buy anything by the 13th, you ended up with a little teeny tiny dick.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Weird.
All you had to do was buy a fucking pair of socks or something.
Imagine if it grew. If you bought merch, I would have bought like $1,000 worth of merch.
Yeah. Well, see, it didn't work because it was conflict of interest.
That's true.
Our dicks don't grow when we buy merch.
Yeah, so there's no sense of me buying it.
If they did, it would have grown. I've been buying all sorts of shirts and sending them out to people to model.
Yeah, just for free.
I said, hey, if I send you guys some shirts, will you take some pictures for the contest and I'll post them on the thing for advertising?
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm down. I'd love to do that. I send them to them. I haven't heard a fucking peep out of them.
Yeah.
So that's the end of that. Doing
yeah,
that
well, you got little tits and stinky pusses then.
Probably.
Because I don't think we were sending any out to guys to model, right? So
no,
they had to be females, weren't
typically females. There's probably a lot to talk about. I can't think of any of it off the top of my head right now for some reason.
Oh, my goodness.
But the contest, and I say we do another contest. I don't know when, I don't know how much, but it's going to be another one. We're going to definitely do another one.
Yeah, we got to take a little while to figure out how we we want to do it, obviously, because
we're not going to do it a different way or something.
Keep
next
doing
time.
buy merch. We got to think of, maybe what is the name of fucking my pet fish or something I said in the first episode.
Well, there was one. You used to have fish. How come you don't have fish anymore? I remember you were big into that.
Yeah, it got too much to take care of. I love it. I would like to do it again, but it's a lot. I had that. What was it, a 55 or a 75 gallon, and you put 5-6 fish in there, and son of a bitch, it's a lot to keep clean and feed. And I had an algae eater in there one time. That son of a bitch got to be about this big, and then he died. I got another one that got even bigger, and then apparently I was doing something wrong. I'm feeding the fucking thing algae tablets and lettuce and all sorts of shit and spinach, and it still died. So I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you, if I ever did a fish tank, it would be a saltwater fish tank.
Yeah,
however,
good luck.
And this is why I've never done one, because I don't have the patience, nor the time, nor the ambition to take care of a saltwater fish tank.
You know what the worst part of those is? Beautiful, beautiful fish. The tanks look everything. It's gorgeous. You spend $500 on a fish, your pH level drops because you fuck something up, and your $500 fish dies. Think about that.
Not only that, but isn't it like every day you got to adjust this? Every day you have to do
just your pH levels, all sorts of shit.
Right.
It's a lot
this
of work.
thing on TikTok, I was watching. This one guy had one, and he every once a week he's got to drain all the water, redo everything all over. It's like a full-time fucking job.
It's a lot of work.
But the fish look so much nicer.
Oh my God, yes.
I mean, there's like glowing ones and see-through ones and little fucking shrimps and shit that glow in the dark. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And the coral.
They're a lot of money, though, too. You pay for that.
Sure. Some of these people do the corals and stuff, like live coral. That's beautiful, like pinks and purples and stuff in there. It's nice.
Yeah.
Do you remember that thing I sent you? It was a fish tank, but it was a rainforest. Do you remember that it had like dirt or mud in the bottom? A little, and the front half of it was like a little bit of water. That looked cool. And they had it was like set up like a rainforest, and he had like a pump that ran the water up over, and it would drip down like it was in a rain.
Was it recent?
Probably within 6 months, yeah. And there was like little frogs and stuff in there, and salamanders and shit. But it was more about like the plants, I guess, that were growing. That looked
I can't
cool.
remember. I mean, obviously, I guarantee you sent it to me. Naturally, you wouldn't say that. But
my thing is, I wouldn't
remember it.
I wouldn't take care of it, and it would just turn into mud. The frogs would be kicking mud and shit up all up. And anyway, nobody gives a fuck. This ain't fucking aquarium talk with Wes and Mike.
Nobody gives a fuck.
It's back and forth.
Nice hat
with Wes.
Like
my mom gave this to me. She told me I must wear this on the next show.
Well, she did a good job. I like it. I approve.
Since I've been little, I used to come home from school. And laying on my bed, she would just randomly,
I can vouch for this,
out of nowhere. She always was awesome with this shit. I don't think until I moved out, I bought a pair of jeans in my life, because I would come home and there'd just be 3 or 4 new pairs of jeans on the bed.
Or shoes. I remember
shoes. Yep. She'd be like, "Oh, I got you a couple new shirts," just for no reason.
I'd come home and you'd have almost a brand new on, and there's a brand new. He's like, "Mom, these ones aren't even. You just got these ones 2 months ago."
Yeah,
but she's a shopaholic anyway.
Well, and that's what it is. I didn't even need clothes, or I could have just went and got them myself, but. She just enjoyed doing it, she always had pretty good taste. So I was like, whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
I always liked them. So like I said, I never had to buy a pair of jeans until I moved out. Probably.
Well, if you play your cards right, you might not have to buy any more now.
Yeah, maybe I can get her to move back in.
Yeah,
I don't never have to go shopping again.
You need a place to stay. Come on up.
So anyway, that explains this hat. She came up to visit the other weekend and last weekend, and she just brought it. Here's your hat. Here's a hat. And she got me some of those, the things. See, it's different shit now that I'm older, but she got me some of them things that you put like flour and what are them?
Like sugar or whatever.
Those canisters you put on your countertop. She got me some of them, and which is just as cool now that I'm older. And that's how you know when you're getting older, is when that shit starts to become interesting.
That, and you appreciate it. Not only did you get it, but you also appreciate it. Before you're like, I don't give a shit. But now it's like, that's pretty cool. I can't wait. It'd be so easy to make my coffee when it's just right here in a canister.
So speaking of getting things, I ordered, and I see it's on the porch, but I forgot to grab it off the porch. I hope it don't rain. A phone holder, a tripod phone holder, kind of like these things, but the phone goes at the top.
Yep.
And I'm planning on bringing that down to, which we haven't announced yet, but in the end of June, we're going to be going to Two Brothers Pizza, one of their locations. We don't know any of the details yet. so I don't want to say too much.
We know it is going to happen. We just don't know the specifics of where, exactly when, or the time.
Right, or what's going to go on. But what we do know is it'll be towards the end of June. I already cleared it with him. Not any details, but I just cleared him to make sure we could do that. And he said, yeah, that's no problem.
How we know it's going to happen.
Right. And so it'll be the end of June. We're going to go to one of the pizza places and record a show there. And I'm going to set my phone up somehow, if I can make it all work, to do like a live on Instagram or something. And that's that. So now everybody knows about that. But the girls are going to be there by then, which Michelle was on the last one. That went over great. Now her friends have all listened. A bunch of her friends. A bunch of them messaged me going, hey, when can I be in the show? So we got the back and forth babes now, or whatever. We got to think of a cool name for them. If anybody wants to let us know.
Maybe have some of our listeners email us some suggestions.
Yeah.
Wesandmikepodcast at Gmail. Email us some ideas.
So we got the whack pack with Matt, and we haven't added anybody to that yet, but we will shortly. And
it's going to be hard because we can't find as many as crazy as Matt.
From what I understand, it's going to be, and this could change, but it's going to be Michelle, Sarah, and I think Michaela, she said, was the other girl's name or something. We're going to have them all on the show here before then so people can meet them.
Basically, to meet them prior.
And we can abuse the shit out of them like we did Michelle.
Oh, my goodness. Boy, she's a trooper.
What a soul she has to deal with that, huh? Ooh. We were drinking and...
I won't be doing that anymore.
No.
At least not to that.
I'm not going to be... Well,
at least not to that extent.
From my point of view, I don't like getting too drunk before the show because I can't run the number in the computer. It takes too much to concentrate on that after I've been drinking too much. So I'll have like a beer or two, but that's about all I can do.
Well, originally I told Wes if I get that crazy and belligerent again to kick me in the dick. However, as we all know, with a thimble dick, I wouldn't feel it. So I told him just to give me a nice nudge or a punch or something to kind of keep me in line. So,
well, I try. I try to keep you in line.
You're not that guy, pal.
Yeah,
you're not
right.
that guy.
You're not tough enough to tell me what to... Okay, then, dummy. Well, say whatever you want, fucking idiot.
The simple fact is you're not tough enough to do it.
Exactly. And then the next day, so all right, so I won't say anything. I'll just let you fucking go and make yourself look like a... Well, I'm explaining him about shit on the show, and he's going, I said that? I really said that? What the fuck is wrong with me? Yeah. I'm like, dude, if I said anything, you'd have been like, oh, you're not tough. You're not the man to tell me. Okay, then you fucking do whatever you want.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't want to hear it the next day.
What a shit show.
Well, we got a lot of information from her, though. I learned a lot of shit about her.
I got to tell you, I was a really good one. I was excited. Mm-hmm. The first female we got on, and she was the perfect first guest, I think, because just the way we are with the show.
Yep.
Obviously, I know for a fact I had too much to drink, so I got a little bad at the end. But either way, it was just good because she handled it well. She didn't get shy. She wasn't like embarrassed about the things we said or asked or anything. So she did really well, I think. She did really good.
The best thing is she's like one of the guys, but with girls' eyes. So she could like give us what we would, because a lot of things, I don't know. We'll talk about what we think a girl wants. We have no fucking idea.
Exactly.
And she does.
The thing of it is, though, is like we talked, a lot of girls will say, I'll come on there and say it. But they don't. They puss out. Mm-hmm. She'll think it. She'll say it. She don't give a fuck.
Well, I'm waiting to see if Sarah and Michaela end up on the show too, because and they listen now. But I'm talking to you. Are you going to do it, or are you just saying you're going to do it?
The thing of it is, they know what to expect. Michelle can obviously tell them, but they also see the show, so they know what they're in for.
The thing of it is that they know enough now not to let anything slip before the show because they know exactly what's going to happen if you tell.
We're going to start the show right off with that.
Do not tell me anything you don't want on the show because.
I tried warning her. She goes,
I remember that. I wasn't.
You must have went downstairs to use the bathroom or something. And I can't remember exactly, obviously, as I apparently can't remember much, but something along the lines of be prepared, or I hope you don't get embarrassed easily, or something along those lines. And she says, there's only one thing that's off limits, and Wes knows what it is. I said, oh, well, you got to tell me I'm co-host. I got to know, too. Mm-hmm. So she told me. I said, you realize he's going to fucking say that one probably almost immediately? And sure as shit, you did. I think the minute you hit record, you started right out with that.
If I didn't, it was on my mind. I was figuring out how I was going to work it in there.
You couldn't wait.
Oh,
that came out immediately.
Well, she went good. You know what? And like we said on that show, people are listening to that going, oh my God, I can't believe they asked her that. I can't believe she said that. Well, you know what? Well, nobody said that to me, but I'm assuming in my head other people are listening going, I can't believe she told them. Yet that's the same fucking girl that probably did it 3 weeks ago, but just won't fucking say anything about it.
Not to mention, everybody knows what this show is about, so that's not a secret.
Right.
It's not like we didn't she watched it too, I believe, but it's not like we didn't tell her prior. Like we didn't necessarily say everything but it's like, this is what you're in for. So she wasn't surprised by any. I mean, maybe that took her by a little bit of surprise right off the rip.
I surprised myself a little bit,
but I got to tell you, when you start the show off with that, it only gets better from there. And
sure,
I think
we
you
got
even
that
said
out of the way, and we went on to the next thing.
Get the hard stuff out of the way, no pun intended.
Then something later on, I was like, "Would you ever do anything with girls?" And it was almost like she didn't want to talk about that. I'm like, "You just were talking about that." And now you don't want to talk. I mean, it must have been some miscommunication or something. But
maybe she had a bad experience with a female.
So she's been getting. So we got to get her an OnlyFans and a Pornhub. I mentioned that on there to see what people would say.
If we get her started up in OnlyFans, we got to take a percentage, though.
And my God, did her friends go crazy over that? She's been sending me messages. Her friends are asking her, "You have an OnlyFans? You're on Pornhub? You're at all this stuff." Thinking to myself, at this point, if you did OnlyFans, you'd be instantly rich.
You could quit your job.
Yeah, especially with DP.
Oh my goodness.
She says I won't do that on there. Because it sounds like she's actually kind of running through her head, but
I do remember we went to discuss that. It's got to be a big guy and a little guy because 2 big dicks is too much.
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect. Couldn't get any better, I guess.
Anyway, we got the 13th last Wednesday. The contest ended for the $300, the merch. Anything you bought, any $10 you spent on merch got you a chance in the running to win $300. We are going to announce the winner. I got it on my phone. I got all the names in there, all their entries, how many entries each name has. And I'm going to pull that up on here because it's been racking my brain of how to make this so everybody believes that we're not picking favorites or
you're
something.
Worrying about it way more than I was, but I do agree with how you're doing it too. I'm not as worried about it as you, but however, I do think the way you decided to do it is
we could have literally just shut our eyes and ran our finger down a pad of paper and wherever it stopped was the winner, but that don't really work because different people bought different amounts of merch, so I had to figure out a way. So there's an app, so I got an app on my phone, so we'll switch the screen around so people can see it happen. And apparently we tried it before the show. You just click pick and it randomly, and it tells you their odds and everything. So it's about the fairest way I can come up with.
Exactly. That way nobody can say that it was rigged or whatnot. However, that's going to be a little further in the show.
We'll do that.
We're going to probably do that, I would say, somewhere midway through the show, the halfway point or so. So make sure you stay tuned, especially if you're one that listens naturally and you bought merch. I would imagine you would want to.
I'm sure you want to.
You want to see. You want to know. So,
but at this moment, let's stop for a minute and talk about Two Brothers Pizza.
Guys, if you're in the area, make sure to stop and check out Two Brothers Pizza. They have 2 locations. One is going to be 6565 Springbrook Ave, Rhinebeck, New York, right across from the fairgrounds.
The other one is 2962 Route 32 in Saugerties, New York. A lot of you guys know these locations. A lot of these listeners have already had their pizza, so they know what they're
so
in
they're
for.
Familiar with them. They do offer truck parking for a lot of you truckers that listen. They specialize in subs, salads, pizza, obviously. They have a full Italian menu with dinners. They do delivery, and they also offer catering.
What's their phone numbers if the people want to get a hold of them?
Rhinebeck is going to be 845-876-3435. Again, that's 845-876-3435. And the Saugerties location is going to be 845-246-5800.
Give them guys a call. Tell them back and forth that Wes and Mike sent you. It's either going to be double price or they're going to kick you out once you say that. It's up to you.
Just make sure you get your pizza before they kick you out.
We just want to thank Scott down there at Two Brothers Pizza, too, for helping us out.
Absolutely. We appreciate that, Scott. Great group of guys down there. Yep. Great food. Guys, please check them out.
All right. So that's that. Got that done. We announced the contest. We did the ad spot is all set. I got to write down when the hell I did it.
Timing.
Yeah. I didn't last time, and I ended up having to put 2 in.
So anyway, are we going to get drunk after the show? Am I going to have to get a ride out of here tonight again?
Well, I don't know. I got to help Matt tomorrow.
I had to have my daddy rescue me last weekend, so.
Do you remember getting mad at me?
No.
For not going to Maple Inn?
No, I went to the... Oh, I do remember. Yeah, I do remember going to Maple.
You came back. You were pissed off.
Really?
I can't believe you as a fucking friend wouldn't go with me to Maple. I said, dude...
I'm surprised you didn't fucking smack me or something.
No, I ain't that guy, pal. I ain't that guy.
That's true. You're not tough enough to do that, guy.
The thing of it is, if I ever did it, it would probably surprise you more than anything. I don't really worry about you ever hitting me back.
I don't think it would really even matter, to be honest, because we're so close.
Right, that's what I mean. I'm not really worried about it. I wouldn't want it. For what reason? I got no reason to smack you. But I was giving you shit back because you come back, you left, and you wanted me to go. You're bugging me, but I say, ain't going. You get back, you walk in the door, you pulled me aside. You don't remember any of this?
I remember hounding you to try and get you to go, and you were saying, Bub, I have people here, and I said, that's fine, we can all go. I remember that.
Yeah, well, then we asked around, and everybody's like, "No, I ain't going." I was like, "Well, there you go. You go, have fun. I can't go." Everybody, you know what I mean. So then you get back, and you're like, "Come over here for a minute." So I came over, and you're like, "I can't fucking believe you."
I did with people around.
Well, they were like, you pulled me off into the corner.
Oh, I was gonna
You're like, I can't fucking believe you wouldn't go have my back. Have your back? I said, for what? You're like, what if something happened?
I said, have a
why did you even fucking go? Right? Well, that's another thing. I said, did you have a problem? You're like, no, but just in case. I was like, well, just in case, fucking call me. But what do you mean? You there was no problems whatsoever. I don't understand.
That's what happens when you don't eat and you drink about probably 15, 20 beers throughout the day, and the liquor.
I can't believe we've been friends for 25 years and you wouldn't go to that.
Well, wait a minute. It's been 25 years.
It's been 25 years. I don't know about the friends part, but the 25 years is correct.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. You were like genuinely mad. And then finally you kind of just gave up on it. You were probably getting tired. But I was like, dude, there's people here. I'm not just going to leave my house.
It couldn't have meant that much to me if I gave up on it.
Well, the thing of it is, and that's why I was giving you shit back that night, because I don't think it meant that much to begin with. You only went there for fucking 20 minutes and you came back. What big deal was to go? Plus, I'm right down the road. If it was that big of a deal, we could have all gone. But anyway, I knew you were just drunk. It was time for Daddy to come pick you up.
Yeah, well.
It was about time.
Oh my goodness. So anyway, folks, don't do as I say, not as I do. Apparently,
do what he does too. Fuck it. Fuck it. You got to have a fucking.
Stay away from the fucking liquor. Apparently.
You got to treat yourself like a 1987 carnival ride.
And the thing of it is, I'm not even supposed to be drinking because of my fucking liver counts. And
our livers. Our listeners are a different breed anyway, though. I use this in an Instagram post one time. I picture like a 1988 Subaru Impreza wagon. Remember them things?
Yes, that you can't kill.
Square. You can't kill the fucking thing.
Doesn't matter what. I've seen how many of those is field cars. Just running.
Well, and that's exactly what I'm going to. All weekend long, you're bombing them, going through fucking fields, through the woods, through mud holes and shit like that, and then you drive them to work Monday. That's what I picture our listeners to be. Like, if there was a demographic for our listeners, I'd be like 88 Subi wagon. That's what they'd be. Go fucking party, drugs, party, hookers all fucking weekend. And Monday morning, you got the show on, headed to work.
Windows smashed out of it. Muddy as a fuck. Exhaust dragging. Sounds like it's got headers on it.
Yeah.
And there they are.
That sounds about right.
And they work your balls off Monday through Friday and do it all over again.
And I love every bit of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's apparently what happened to me last weekend.
What do we got in weird shit here?
Oh, we got some good stuff here.
Wait, so did we go over the... We talked about the contest. We did that. We talked a little bit about Two Brothers Pizza where we did the ad spot, but we also talked about how we're going to be doing like a location thing.
Well, I'm excited about that.
Oh, the girls are going to be there. All the girls are going.
We're going to have Matt with us.
Matt and his wife are going to go. A bunch of us are going to go, and I think we're going to get a hotel room down there for afterwards.
A little after party.
Yep, have an after party. I've never in my life been in a position to have a real after party before until now.
So it'll be, I mean, it's not nowhere near like a meat thing or anything, just a live show. But if people
I mean, more the merrier. If people want to come and hang out and have pizza and stuff, maybe we can get Scott to do some type of a deal, or we'll help pay for it or somehow.
Maybe we'll get some, whatever.
It'll be worth it to people.
I think as it gets closer, we should figure out we will.
Right.
We'll figure out the details. We'll just tell people. We'll know.
The problem of it is nobody really wants to meet you. You know what I mean?
That's fine. Would you after the stories we just told? Yeah, come
really bothered you.
Come hang out with Mike in the fucking hotel. He's going to be drinking liquor.
You like to get
you want to get beat, bitch?
I don't know if I don't know how much these guys listen, but if they listened religiously to that last show, there was a point in there where I went to the bathroom, and when I listened to the show afterwards, and him and Michelle were talking something about 50 Shades of Grey and something about whips or being tied up or something. I don't remember how it got brought up, but something happened, and I remember listening while I was editing, and Mike's going, "Oh, you like to get beat?" And then he goes, "Right, you like to get beat?
Oh, I got my deep.
You really like to get beat."
I was trying to sound
I'll fucking hit you later.
I was
you want to get hit later?
I'm thinking sexy.
Yeah, well, you were sounding creepy. That's what you were doing. I'm doing the editing, going, "Holy fuck! What is this? Fuck! Where's our simp section?"
Michelle, I'm sorry. Apparently, you handled it well, but I didn't realize I was doing all that. Of course,
I figured she knew you. I figured she thought you were drinking and everything. You know,
well, it was obviously for fun in the show. I didn't mean it. It's not like I was really going to beat her or whatever I said, but I didn't realize I got like real deep and like, oh, you want?
Well, that was the weird part.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. That's kind of embarrassing. Honestly,
you sounded like a naked Batman. I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Wait a minute, that's kind of hot.
Yeah. Anyway, I cringed for you a little bit, but you know what? I'm not that guy. Next time I would tell you, but I'm not that guy.
Yeah, well, there's nothing you can do about it. If you're not that guy, you're not that guy.
I'm not tough enough. That's all there is to it.
So,
Let's write that down.
Yeah, get that right out of the fucking way.
What do we got? Oh, yes, this is a good one.
Perfect for our
Mike
show.
Mike put this in the thing, and I couldn't wait to talk about it. This couldn't be
any better for our show.
OnlyFans, of course, because there is no lack of fucked up shit from OnlyFans.
So we're getting, 80% of our content?
Oh, absolutely. And they make it easy. OnlyFans model discovers dad pays for her X-rated content after hearing her mom first of all, hearing mom in the background. So we know this is like a British thing or UK, something over there.
Either way, it doesn't change the fact that it's fucked up, and they kind of see what we did is we kind of led from my creepy thing right into this creepy thing.
That's right.
Because this is pretty creepy if you ask me. I don't know if her dad was drinking when he subscribed to this, but I can tell you.
What's you're gonna have to read that because I gotta adjust some shit here that
anyway, it's Carla, which I don't care for the name. She's an OnlyFans.
No, you don't like that.
I don't like that name. No. Fuck it. She's not good looking either. She was shocked to learn that her father was paying to watch her explicit video and that he even paid extra for particular requests.
Oh, she is not good looking.
Oh my goodness. And he pays extra for particular requests. I hope they discuss what he requests.
If I had a hot daughter, I'd watch, but not this ugly bitch. I'm just kidding. I would not know.
You just kicked me. You weren't kidding.
You got so weird.
I got weird. I got weird. That doesn't happen. I'm not even drinking today.
Well, I thought you were like laughing about it, and you didn't laugh, and I'm like, oh fuck, that joke turned into serious.
If I had a hot daughter, I'd listen.
You want to be my daughter?
You want to get spanked? You want me to spank you later?
You want to be my little girl later?
All right, I'm starting to feel a little better about myself now. Thanks for the save.
No problem. In the last show, you pointed at me when you said something about people with big dicks, and you were like, "Remember that fella." Well, I remembered it. There you go.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I gave you a shout out.
Well, I couldn't believe it.
What'd you do? Slap me in the face?
Oh my God, we got so much shit to talk about this last show. In fact, I even have sound bites from the last show. Ready?
I'll get bent over a table. That's fine.
Oh, that's Michelle. I got sound out of that show. That was the best fucking show.
Oh my goodness.
I'll get bent over a table. That's fine.
I wish I didn't drink so much to not remember much of that. Honestly, that's I'm not really embarrassed.
You're talking
honestly because I'm just a fucking asshole anyway. But it's more so I'd like to have remembered it. It's
well, you can because we recorded.
Well, I know, but you know what I mean. Like,
I literally recorded all that so you can listen.
Yeah, but it's a little different when I'm coming here. I mean, I watch it, but they're like, "Oh, bub, you remember this?" I'm like, no. And I'm like, did you edit it out? He's like, no, fuck you. I'm like, if he did something like that, he would fucking we would do the whole show over. But because I did it, we leave it in there.
There's benefits to this. This is
I'm like, he says, what do you want me to do? I said, you're the fucking editor. Take it out.
I may not be that guy, but I'm this guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Rest assured, if it was him, that if he was getting creepy like this, it would have been edited out. But because it's Mike, it stays.
That sounds like a commercial. Do that voice of Two Brothers Pizza. Do it. Try it. See if you can.
What do you want me to say?
I don't know. Make something up.
If you guys haven't checked out Two Brothers Pizza, you might want to. Stop making me laugh.
Oh, dude, we got to do a different ad for them.
They have extra saucy sauce and hard crust, and the cheese just runs off the truck. I do kind of have I kind of have a TV voice, don't I? If I talk like that.
Yeah.
Maybe I discovered something here.
Creepy, like to catch a predator TV voice.
Yeah, you ever need a fucking creep voice for a fucking to save a predator or something,
or to sell pizza or something.
Yeah, who knows? Anyway, all right, here we go. So anyway, this OnlyFans model, she's
comes the whore.
She was embarrassed to discover that her father was paying for her X-rated work, and he even left her disturbing request. I can't wait to hear what these are. A brunette model, which I don't know how she calls herself a model because she's not good looking at all, found out that her paternal father had been a valued subscriber for her explicit content for a year, and that he was even a particular client with special requirements. So this leads me to one question, though. I don't know much about the OnlyFans and how it works or whatever. However, you see the TikToks all the time.
We're going to learn real quick because we're going to help
what I'm getting at is a lot of these people say, like, you'll see these girls put on there like, oh, yeah, my ex said I'm a whore or whatever, but yet he's still subscribing to my OnlyFans. Well, how do they know?
Hey, whore.
How do they know that? Like, how did she not know it wasn't her dad? Unless maybe he used a fake name or something?
Must have.
Like, they must know who their subscribers are.
I don't know that much because I've never actually had an OnlyFans, so I don't know what it looks like on that end as they come in.
Anyway,
I know a few though. I should, and I'm being silly. Like, I'm not even joking around. Like, I'm kind of curious to see what that, like, if I subscribe to their OnlyFans, what it shows up. So she sent me a free thing. You can, I guess you
get
can
like
send,
a preview.
No, you can send people that you know. You send them this code and you type it in, and it's free. You don't have to pay them to watch their OnlyFans. I'll show you after the show.
Well, you know all the ins, huh?
Well, I didn't until then. She said
wait.
something about OnlyFans, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't know you had OnlyFans."
You know?
Yeah.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah, from Instagram. So,
He'll forget. Everything is always after the show. For the record, anybody listening, it never happens after the show.
Well, she's like, I was like, well, because she sends me the shit anyway on Snapchat.
So why would you pay for it?
Well, that's what I said. And she said, "Oh, I could just send you a free thing."
And luckily for me, ladies, anything he sees, I see, so I don't pay for it either.
Except for Snapchat, because it's tough. Because when you open them, you can't. You know what I mean? I would show you. Trust me.
All those screenshots you notice, it's not because he wants to save them for later use. It's because he's got to show me.
Oh God!
I live vicariously. I live vicariously through Wes.
Yeah, you want to get beat later?
Yeah. You want to go to the red room?
You're
bitch?
Such a fucking creep.
You want to go to the red room?
Dude, that's what you sound. You'll have to listen to that show next time you're in the fucking shower.
I'm not listening to this.
Put 34. I wouldn't either if I was you.
I'm not listening to this episode.
We'll just chalk that up as a drunk night.
Anyway, the surprised adult content maker only discovered the horrible truth about her father when he contacted her and asked to play with her for $150.
Wait, did he know that it was his? Well, he must have. It was a picture. Well,
how the fuck would he not? You know what your daughter looks like.
Some of these people don't do the. I am reaching. You're right. So it's kind of screwed up. But some of these people don't show their faces.
I will agree, but I
got to assume that he knew, though. I got to
tell you, obviously, I wouldn't.
Those girls that do that are like 1 out of 50.
I would never see my daughter naked naturally, but they have distinctive tattoos, or I mean, you know what their arms. It sounds weird, but I mean, you know what their body.
Kind of piece
you know what
together.
Their body looks like. That's your daughter, your flesh and blood.
Right.
So you know what they look like.
Right.
Again, granted, you don't know what they look like naked. But you know what I mean?
You know what the last time you saw them naked, they were a baby.
You know what they fucking look like. You know what I mean? They got earrings in. You bought her those earrings. You know what the fuck it is.
Yeah, so it's a pretty good chance that he knew who it was.
Yeah, and he's a fucking creep. So she didn't recognize his voice, but she did hear her mother in the back. Oh boy! So is this like a team thing here or what?
Here we go. Now they have a TikTok video that I can play.
This is telling her horrific experience, it says.
Oh, is it? Usually whenever I do this, it's something that has nothing to do with this fucking article.
It claims that she's there telling about her horrific experience. So hit play.
Let's see if we can open in new window. Is this how we did this? And then you click here. You go to full.
You'd think we'd have this right by now.
You recorded that shit?
I didn't know.
You didn't know that you were recording?
See, it's nothing. It's not even.
It sounds muted. Unmute it in the bottom right.
Oh.
That shit?
I didn't know.
You didn't know that you were recording?
Oh, maybe it's
that's dumb.
Anyway, I'll read on then.
They always do this. They're like, oh, here's a cool video.
They do that to get fucking views, probably.
That's right. And then you click on them so I could show the listeners or so they can hear it, and it has nothing to do with the fucking article.
So she goes on to say in this video, I guess, that apparently we don't have or can't find, when my dad, yes, my dad, has been buying my OnlyFans content through not one, but 2 accounts. So he's really infatuated.
You know, some parents buy merch to help their kids. Others watch their kids play with themselves.
Absolutely.
To help their kids.
Yep.
It's a fucked up world. This is what I mean. People are like, oh, all you do is talk about articles. Well, because there's fucking weird shit out there.
This is, I mean, it doesn't get much worse than this. Anyway, not only did he subscribe, but he was a personal client of mine on both accounts for over a year. The only way I found out is because he had called me. He had called me to play with myself for $150, and I could hear my mom in the background talking on the phone. Now, the other thing that I'll say here is what's weird to me is what you're saying, some don't show their face or whatever, but she says she didn't know it was her dad because she didn't recognize the voice. Mm-hmm. How did she not recognize her own dad's voice?
Well, so you know what? I agree with you on that, but I guess at the same time, when you answer a phone call from an OnlyFans subscriber, it'd almost be like the chances of it being your dad, it would never click. I can almost see how you would fuck that up. Because if I had, I know this is weird, but if I had OnlyFans and you called, now we have been friends for years, I can hear your fucking voice in Walmart on the other end of the...
And no.
Usually because you're such a fucking loudmouth.
Apparently.
But I could tell your voice, and seriously, I could tell your voice through a crowd. But... the last person I would ever expect to call me on my OnlyFans thing would be you. So I guess in my mind, I'd be like, no way is that Mike. And I would just go on with the fucking...
Yeah, that's
Of course,
true.
I wouldn't do it if there was a man voice anyway, I guess. But just...
Those are the ones you prefer.
For the sake of the fucking argument. So anyway, she found out it was her father.
Yep. So the caption explains the model. Did you know it's not illegal for your father to buy your nudes? Well, no, he could just do it right in the comfort of his own home. Nobody'd even know.
Yeah, I guess there probably isn't really, as fucked up as it is, there's probably not a law about a father taking a daughter's picture.
Since its release, Carla's video has had 3.3 million views, and many people have been appalled by her situation.
This is the thing. This is what I've been trying to tell you, Michelle. This girl is probably a fucking 3.5, and she's got that many views. Figure every one of those videos that she sells is a $5 on top of the monthly subscription. Do that math, Michelle. You're hot.
Not to mention, she got her own father.
I know you're hot, even if I was fucking blind, because I've got more comments and more fucking and this is a true story on Instagram and Snapchat all over the shit. When is Michelle coming back? She is fucking smoking. People fucking asking
simps
for their actual fucking her OnlyFans and shit, and I had to explain to it. We're just fucking around to like build hype about it.
You should have told them we want $5 a month to release the name.
Me and her have been talking like, Jesus Christ, you ought to do it. You'd fucking start right off with 100 subscribers, $10 a month or whatever. That's a lot.
Some of them girls do that shit, and they only show shit in like bikinis anyway. So charge $10 a month. They pay for it. You got their $10. You're only going to show them a bikini shot anyway.
That's not our back and forth girl though. That's our Michelle is not going to do OnlyFans in a bikini. I can't imagine.
That's true.
No fucking way.
We ain't going to allow that.
No fucking way.
No, she's going to have to do it naked and do it right.
We're going to be the manager to this shit, and we're going to get her figured right out here.
We're going to be the film crew.
It's just funny. We get everybody else rich except for ourselves.
Yeah. You want me to film you while you're doing your own?
You want me to make you rich? You want to go downstairs and make you rich?
You want me to zoom in while you're pounding it?
Oh my God! Here we go. Here we go.
I was just about to say it. You go. Here we go again, and I haven't even been drinking. So what's that tell you? Anyway, TikTok users rushed to the comments section to express their support for the OnlyFans model. One person commented, "Honestly, no joke, I'd start a new life." Well, honestly, it's not that easy, so you're stupid. Another user added, "This is so sad." While a third person fretted, "I'm so sorry this happened to you. Wow." Someone else voiced, "I'm so sorry my heart goes out to you. That is repulsive." Here's the thing. Repulsive or not, she's getting fucking rich. Fuck it. Let him pay.
You might want to consider it allowance.
Yeah, exactly.
At this point.
She owes him at this point because he raised her.
Yeah, don't bother with the Venmo, 1% that you lose on Venmo. Just have him leave it on the table.
Yeah,
in the morning.
let's dissect this for a split second. Think of all the years he raised her. I don't know how old. It didn't say how old she was. She obviously got to be of age to even be on that. She's got to be at least 18 to be on that site.
Mm-hmm.
So he raised her. If she moved out by now for 18 years, she owes him this. He should be getting a free subscription, quite honestly.
Right. And we know you can do that.
He's fed her. He's gave her a roof over her head. Probably gave her rides to doctor's appointments or school. She owes him.
Pound Town.
She should be ashamed of herself that she charges her father.
I'm sure she told her dad to bring me over to Kelly's house, and then as soon as she got out of the car,
and he probably did it.
Fucking Jim's house.
And when she climbed out in that skirt, he was probably drooling over her ass.
God, I feel disgusting talking like this.
Yeah.
Fuck her.
Yeah. Well, he probably would.
Fucking imagine.
He probably would. As a fifth person remarked, "This is grotesque."
Would you? Now I know this isn't Would You Rather, but I was listening to KFC Radio today, and they did a Would You Rather section. And when they started the Would You Rather section, they said, "I have a question for Would You Rather that I heard a couple of guys on another podcast talking about. As far as I'm concerned, they're talking about us.
They certainly are.
I don't care whether they were or not. They were talking about us.
Absolutely.
But they came up with one, and since they're stealing our shit, we'll steal their shit. And I thought it was a really good one anyway. It was something, would you rather sleep with your ugly, you could only sleep, the two people, sleep with your ugly stepsister or your hot third cousin? And these guys got stumped on this. And at first I was like, oh, stepsister, because she's, and I'm like, wait a minute, I don't know.
I'm going to go with, let's see, ugly
stepsister
or hot third cousin.
Like fucking smoking hot third cousin.
I'm going third cousin.
Really?
That's so distant enough. You're not even related as far as I'm concerned.
I don't know if I could though, because, and I kind of agree with you, but I don't know if I could because I would rather be known for the guy that slept with the ugly stepsister than the guy that slept with the hot relative.
Third
because
cousin?
that's what people are going to do.
Fucking distant, dude. You're not.
Well, to you and me, we're saying third cousin, but you know what people are going to say? Oh, you fucked your relative. That's all they're going to say.
Yes, I did. You're jealous that you can get to fuck her. You see how
right? You'd fuck her if you could.
Fuck them. They didn't listen to me on our last show. They know I'm a creepy, crazy motherfucker. I'll do whatever.
Yeah, there
ain't no fucking limits, apparently.
Listen, you can't be as bad as fucking Kayla.
Yeah.
What is her name? Carla's father.
Yeah,
that's fucking weird. Let's see if this video does anything.
She says
your king, has been sexually attracted to me since I was really young.
The king she's talking about is her father.
Whenever I was 4.
Well, she calls him a king.
He would take me to his friend's house.
This must be the video.
Or a girl he used to be seeing and let them touch me.
Oh, this is fucking creep.
Whenever
shit
I
now.
was
Tell me more.
Middle school age, so around 7th grade, 8th grade, I would have several fake accounts reach out to me. But the first account that really caught my eye was George Lewis. And this George Lewis was really demanding and wanted a lot. And you know what? My 8th grade self participated in some.
Look at the fucking nose on her.
Where it personally involved me sending anything.
She's got pretty hair.
But my own father, and mind you, I didn't know at this time until now, like yesterday. But he would send me dick pics on my old Snapchat.
How big was it?
So I could rate his penis.
This is some fucking incest rape shit. This is
the George Lewis account that he had used whenever I was in middle
This
school.
explains it a little better, though. She obviously didn't live with him, and he was like a pedophile.
Obviously, I just found out yesterday that he had been behind 2 separate accounts that have been clients for a very long time.
So think of the money you made, bitch. Be
So
thankful.
he's just been building
Oh, stop it. Now you're trying to make it more than it is.
sexual attraction towards me for years.
I don't know if she was crying or choking right there, actually.
Well, he did send her a dick pic.
And the most fucked up thing about this is
I can't wait.
I just
I liked
automatically knew that it was my mom's voice in the call. I honestly feel like if the call did not happen, I would not know to this day that it's my dad behind those accounts.
So her mother is still with the guy.
Everything just seemed weird. He was like, I'm not home right now. I'm going to be there soon. And then he was like, okay, I'm home. But during the call, he was like, I'm driving. It just seemed really off. And in the background, I can hear a woman's voice. But I was like, what is that? I get quiet and I listen closely. It's my mom on the phone. Literally, once I found out I could hear my mom's voice, this is what I said.
Oh, get that Snapchat so we can get over and read
I
more.
quickly call my mom afterwards, hysterically crying.
She's got 119,000 likes. I'm sure she probably get rid of that already.
And she was like, how did you know I was on the phone? And I just opened my Coke. So that even fucked me up even more.
Wow.
So
that turned for the worse. That turned into like a crazy fucking OnlyFans thing to a creepy incest rape thing.
Well, it makes more sense to me now, though, because I'm thinking, how, but I guess I'm gathering that she must not live there and must have got away, I would assume, because of the things that were happening. However, her mother stayed with this guy. If he's bringing her over for people to molest her or whatever, and her mother stays, then her mother's a piece of shit, too.
Well, wait, didn't she say something about her father used to bring her over to girls that he was seeing's house?
Yeah.
Well, how is he seeing other girls if he's with her mom, unless they had like an open relationship? In which case, maybe she was into this too, if she was into like open relationships and shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, go ahead and cheat on me, but make sure you bring my daughter with you. That's a fucking weird. Sounds like this whole family setup is a weird fucking thing. Ain't no wonder she ended up on OnlyFans.
Yeah, exactly. She was doomed from the start.
Oh my God.
Let's see. It says, on confronting her father, Carla claimed that her dad started to deny he has no money, despite her not mentioning why she was angry. As a result, Carla began to have doubts about her father. Oh, now she has doubts. He's like, no, I have no money. You have no money because you spent it all on your daughter, watching her OnlyFans.
Which makes him a good father, as far as I'm concerned.
That's true. He's just trying to support her.
Right. Try doing it with like buying a hat or something instead of watching.
I mean, start small next time. I mean, if I had to overall rate this, it's a little fucked up for the fact that she's
fucked up scale 1 to 10. What do you give it? Quick.
This is like a 7.
I'm gonna go 7. I was thinking.
I can't believe how unappreciative she is of all the money she made off her dad.
I think there's this is a pretty fucked up thing, but I think in the scale of articles that we've read and the shit that we have planned for the show to talk about in the future, this is relatively.
This is up there.
Well, it's up there, but there's like some like that chick that was having her husband's sperm and her students' fucking cupcakes.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty close to a fucking 10.
Yeah,
for me anyway, as far as on the fucked up scale.
No, I agree with you.
So as fucked up as this is, I don't know if it's our most fucked up thing that we've talked about.
We had some lady or so. What was the one episode? Suck and come through a straw. I mean, we've had
there's
some weirder shit.
People out there. There sure is. There's alien relationships, all sorts of shit. We don't have any relationship things on this one, do we?
That's because we suck at them.
I do anyway. Oh fuck! So we got her out of the way. We got OnlyFans out of the way, and as usual, there's just
what is this TikTok you talked about? I saw it briefly. She looked hot.
Oh yeah, for the simp thing.
Yeah, she.
I can't remember. I put it on there for something, and I can't remember just what it was for.
She's hot.
I think it was for the simp thing. Let's listen to it and see let's see if we can figure out how to do this better. Enter full screen. There we go. That's what I meant to do before.
I know I'm fine. Don't get it twisted. I want you, but I don't need you. Put my own food on the table. Come over and let me feed you.
No.
I know I'm fine. Don't get it twisted. I want you, but I don't need you. Put my own food on the table. Come over and let me feed you. I know I'm fine.
Don't get it. That's enough of that.
She's hot.
She is hot.
Carly D. Weiss or something on TikTok. I seen do that. She's another little hottie.
There's this is a trend going on now with that song. They did a remix to it. And all these single moms and everything are doing that and about don't get it twisted. We don't need you. And I'm thinking to myself, we don't want you.
Yeah, until you can't open the jar of pickles because the lid's too tight. I'll fuck around and find out.
Relax, bitch.
Yeah, you put air in your tire one time and now you don't need no man. Okay.
She's hot though. Yeah, right. That's that attitude. I don't need no man. Okay, well then go. There's a guy out there. There's a simp out there that will do anything you want him to do. So it'll work out for you.
Yeah, exactly.
But the reason I brought it up was something to do with the comments, and now I'm oh no. Look at this. Remember? We had this all figured out.
This usually doesn't do this.
No. How did I do it? Did I do it this way?
You never had to do this before. That's the thing.
Did I do it this way? Maybe that. Can I do this? We're doing all this shit on the fly as usual.
Login success.
There we go.
Well, the thing of it is we never had to do that. We never
even her.
We never had to do that before, so I don't understand.
Well, I think I did like the first time. There we go. We got it back.
I know I'm fine. Don't get it twisted. I want you, but I don't need you.
And I'll just mute that.
I tell you right now, I don't care. She is hot though. She's pretty hot.
Yeah. So
I'll give it to her.
Where was this comment? Just twisted my ankle hitting the comment button.
She's got a good personality. This guy says depends what's for dinner. She said taco salad. Okay.
Oh, she did answer
I happen to like tacos.
Yeah. Yeah. Should like salad.
Yeah.
Matthew Rowell says I like fried cube steak and mashed taters. Let me know. I bet you she won't.
Yeah. She didn't even like your comment. Nobody.
I like this guy. Ray Besmear says don't ever date a woman that says I don't need you, and I agree with him
exactly.
Now, like I've said before in the past, I love an independent. I will love a woman that has goals, has a good career, has her house, is a good girl, a good woman. But as soon as they say I don't need you, okay, then I'll see you later. Like I don't need somebody to need me, but if you have that type of attitude, like it's done already. I'm not going to be fighting to fucking be around you.
Exactly, I agree. And you know what I was going to say with that is it's because it's that type of girl, and it's for I'll be fair. I'm not even trying to be an asshole here. There's nothing wrong with a girl that's like you basically said, independent. I can do it on my own. I don't, basically on lines. I don't need a man to have the job to pay my bills. I can do it on my own. But yes, you do need a man, and I'm not gonna. A man needs a woman too. So it goes both ways. A girl like that though that has that attitude like I don't need a man is just a bitch and just thinks her shit don't stink anyway. And you ain't gonna deal with that. You know what I mean? Yeah, you don't need a man until you go to the bar and you talk to a guy to get free drinks all night and then leave him hanging. Thought you didn't need a fuck. Well, you needed that man to buy you free drinks all night, you fucking filthy bitch.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, it's anyway, it just goes on with the same type of simp bullshit. Single moms rock. Bobby says single moms rock.
Single moms do have the good snacks, though.
Yeah, but they got the shitty relationship. They got no fucking time. They got no time. And I, all the women, the single moms that are listening are going to be pissed off at me, and I kind of can't blame you because it's hard for me to explain what I'm thinking. But in my mind, it's always that my kids come first. My kid, well, of course they do. But when you got to keep reinforcing that to people all the time and tell them that over and over again, okay, it just makes you feel like second best. I feel like it should be an even playing field.
I feel like if you met somebody worthwhile, they would already understand and know that your kids come first, and you wouldn't have to reiterate that to them.
Right, you don't have to tell me that every other day that my kids come first. Like, I get it.
Yeah, I'm a grown man. I understand you have kids with another whatever, and that's okay. They come first. Just, you don't have to make me feel like a piece of shit all the time.
Well, and that's it. And this is why I'm glad we're going through this, because I don't want women to think that that single moms are a fucking piece of shit, because it's not true.
They are.
It's just
they are pieces of shit.
They want to get beat.
That's going to be the new thing. I'm going to start doing.
God, don't. Yep. Holy fuck.
Yeah. You're not that guy. Stop kicking me, pal.
You're not that guy, pal. I just they have no time for you. They have ball games, and they have all important shit that is important that they go to, and their kid does come first.
They do have ball games.
But they got ball games to go to. They got school shit to do with them. They got it. I mean, 85% of their time is going to be on their kids, and you are going to get 25% of their fucking time.
But they have those good fruit snacks, and they cut your sandwiches in triangles.
Yeah, and there's your 25% of the time in that relationship.
Well, look at me. That's about all I need.
You get to go out to dinner once in a while. It's just not. It's a tough. And here I am as a single father. So don't get me wrong here. I'm probably no better. I'm not a better catch. It is what it is. It's tough.
You're no catch.
Right. It's so, I don't know. I don't even know how to say what I'm thinking in my head. Like, I can't get out what I'm thinking in my head to make it sound the way I want it to.
Apparently, Brown D86 didn't get it. Wifey material. You don't understand. She's telling you she doesn't need a man. She ain't going to marry you, bud.
Right. Well, all right. And that kind of goes along with what I'm saying. Like, then why waste your time with these girls?
Exactly.
And it kind of goes along with the single mom thing. Like, why? I'm sure there's some out there. I'm sure there's some that are fine. But like, why am I going to waste my time with somebody that blatantly says every other fucking hour, I don't need you and my kids come first? Okay, I know. Yeah. After about the 10th time of somebody fucking reinforcing it, like you said, you don't have to treat me like I'm a piece of shit to get the fucking message across.
Little does she know, nobody comes before me. I only care about me coming.
No, there you go. And so you wouldn't work with a single mom. It's what it is. I don't know. It is what it is. I don't care if she comes. It sounds a lot meaner than what I'm actually thinking, because I don't know how to get out what's in my head.
You mean it exactly how it sounds. Trust me.
Mean as a motherfucker. Oh, we got to do Would You Rather, and we got 350 as usual raunchy.
Oh my goodness,
sexual questions.
Would you rather?
Would you rather?
Would you rather? Is that what this is?
That's what this is.
Where are we taking this from? KFC? We copying them fucks now?
Yeah, I guess so. We're doing what they do. No, actually, I always talk about these people that have millions of followers and their fucking podcasts suck. KFC, I like their shit.
What is it, 2 guys?
I think it's 3 guys and a girl.
Wow, there's a lot. That's a lot. I think that's too much.
They do. They're pretty. In fact, they're a Barstool Sports that produces their shit for
That's
them.
Who's going to pick us up.
So they got a good, I don't know if they would, because they already got one. But that's half the reason I like them, is because they're a lot like us. They talk about a lot of the same type of shit. Not quite as raunchy. Like David Poitner told them that they were trying to rate this girl. I can't remember if her name was Jackie or Natalie or something like that. And they were trying to rate her in a 1 to 10. I'm thinking, we do this to people all the time.
Yep.
And I guess Dave got a hold of them and said, don't rate women on the show anymore. So they were telling that story. So right after they got done saying that. So anyway, 1 to 10, like they didn't give a fuck what he had to say. I love that about him. I love it. Anyway, there's a plug for KFC. Now that we're getting big enough to plug Barstool Sports Podcast, can you fucking imagine?
Yeah, we want ours next, motherfuckers. Would you rather sleep with someone of the same sex who's a billionaire and super hot, or sleep with someone of the opposite sex who's ugly and broke?
Ugly and broke.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I got to think about this one. I'm billionaire. It's a lot of money.
Yeah, no.
It's one of those things. If they blow me, does that make me gay?
You had to have sex with them.
It just says sleep with them. Oh, no.
Well, that's what that means.
Sleep. What do you mean? You can't sleep in a bed with somebody without having sex?
Oh, well, if we're going to get that specific about it, then yeah, I'd rather sleep with a dude to get $1 million. As long as if I don't have to have sex with him for
You've done that for free.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Fuck, I've fallen asleep in lawns before. Wake up next to fucking 30 guys around me. What in the fuck? It was
and just to think you could have got paid for that.
Yeah. Imagine if there was a couple of millionaires in the group.
Oh my goodness. No, I agree with you. We got to go opposite sex, broken ugly.
I think we got to go with sex too. I think that's what this is.
I agree. That's why. But I got no problems with anybody that chooses the same sex or anything. That's just not for me though. But I don't care how much money you got.
This question's a lot easier for some of our listeners, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's fine. But that's what they attract.
But I don't know if I could. I don't know. The thing of it is I could be a millionaire, but I'll always have slept with a dude.
Yep.
And nobody will forget that. Myself.
And all your money will smell like shit.
It's not like trying ice cream. You know, you try a certain type of ice cream. You want like coffee ice cream. You try it and you're like, I didn't really like that. I'll never do that again. But when you try dick, you've always had dick. Like no matter what, you can never not have tried dick.
Yeah, you can't ever undo that.
Nobody's going to care to ask you 15 years from now, hey, have you ever tried coffee ice cream? You can just answer that. But when they say, hey, have you ever sucked dick? It's going to slow the conversation way down, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather have a sugar mama who asks for sex a lot or one who asks for nudes a lot? Why do I get the stupid ones all the time?
Because that's easy. Sex a lot.
Well, it depends. I mean, if a sugar mama is like 95...
Talk it.
And you're getting the same sugar. I'd rather just send her nudes than sleep with a 95-year-old woman.
What if she's paying me? Maybe she's good in bed.
Well, she is paying you. That's what a sugar mama does.
That's what I'm saying. If she's paying me and she's decent.
Yeah, but right, she could pay you for sex or to send her pictures. You get the same pay, sex or send her pictures. And if she's like, say she's 95, fuck, I'll just send her pictures. That way I don't have to sleep with her.
I misunderstood you for a minute. Yes, absolutely. I agree.
Yeah, if I can get the same money for sending nudes to a 95-year-old than to sleep with her.
However, if we could figure out if she's good looking or not, but yes, I will go because you got me scared that she's 92 years old and I don't want to have to blow the dust out of the puss in order to have sex with her. So,
would you rather sleep with only hoes or die a virgin?
Only hoes.
Yeah, me too.
You're going to die one way or the other, whether by disease or a virgin. Yeah. But I'd rather die happy.
At least I had sex.
Yeah.
I don't really have a choice in this fucking matter. I already picked my route, I guess. Apparently.
Yeah. Well, luckily you're not a virgin anymore, but you're going to die alone. So either way, it's about the same. Use a condom or the pull-out method? I'm going pull out, and I don't pull out, but I'm still not wearing a condom.
Oh, you've been in a relationship for fucking ever since before Christ.
Yeah, relationship. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if we want to call it that.
Would you rather sleep with your best friend's parent? Oh, yes.
I get a turn at this too. So
yep, you can because I've seen my mom.
You dirty motherfucker.
Would you rather sleep with your best friend's parent or your parent's best friend? Well, now wait a minute.
Who's your mom's best friend?
I can't say the name because she's a listener. Well, I don't know if it's a best friend, but close enough to where I consider it a best friend, and she's a listener.
Do I know who that is?
Yes, you do. If I said the name, you would know. Well, I can't, but you know. So this changes this now because I would love nothing more than to sleep with your mom, just for the pure fact of having that over you. But and she's hot.
My mom
your mom is hot.
My mom always tells me, she's like, I just love Wes. He is so cute.
Maybe this is maybe that's the relationship
What's up, Dad?
Yeah, can you imagine?
Can I get some allowance money?
No, only if you watch me on OnlyFans with your mom.
You sick motherfucker.
But this changes things all around when I read that I would rather sleep with my mom's friend.
I'm trying to think of my mom's best friend. I mean, I guess if it's the one I'm thinking, I would say her best friend, and you know who I'm talking about.
I don't know if I do.
Big titties.
Your mom's?
The one who just passed, sister. I don't want to say names.
Oh, that's your mom's best friend?
I would, yeah, they used to be. So, I mean, can't imagine.
Oh, sister?
Yeah.
Oh, his sister.
You know
exactly okay. I do now.
About.
I do now. She's a singer.
Sure.
Country singer. That's a hint to try to figure out if I'm thinking about the same person.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
I'd go with that, I would think.
Over my mom?
I mean, like you said, it'd be fun to have that over you, but
you fucking believe. See, this is why Mike is such a piece of shit, Mom.
She loves me.
He wouldn't pick you.
Your mom loves me.
Not anymore.
Yes, she still does.
That's what she wanted all along. Is this?
Maybe I should sleep with her though, because then
She
maybe
brings jeans and hats and
I was gonna
shit.
say maybe she'd buy me a new hat.
Maybe. You never know. She'd be a sugar mama.
Ooh. Do I have to have sex with her or just send her pictures?
I can't wait till my mom hears this episode and wants to know who her friend is.
Oh my God. I can't wait to
tell you. In fact, I can
remember to tell Mike. Oh my goodness.
No, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to show you right now. You know who that is?
No. I still don't know who that is.
The last name? You know the last name. This is
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'll give you that one. You're lucky.
Yeah, right? I got lucky on that.
You fuck. No wonder you picked that one out.
Yeah. Starts with a K, ends with an athy.
Yeah. And ends with a oh yeah.
Hopefully.
Oh my God. Oh well. Anyway, so here's a good one. Nice dirty one. Oh boy.
Give her to her. Let's have it.
Would you rather?
I'm gonna write down this time before we even fucking say it because
we haven't had a bad. I mean, it's not terrible. We haven't had something this bad. Would you rather lick up your partner's fluid after orgasm or suck their fluid from a condom? I told you.
Yeah, this has been a while since we've done one of these straw-sucking ones.
Yeah, well, you'd need it to get it out of the condom.
What is it again? How does it go?
Lick up your partner's fluid after an orgasm or suck their fluid from a condom.
Well, my partner is not going to have a condom.
Well, that's what in our case, it's a little bit hard, but let's just say they were able to.
That's an easy one. I'd rather but let's say this. Let's say, even though we have female partners, say it was still in a condom for the
that's
sake
what I'm saying. Let's say it was in a condom.
Otherwise, it's an easy fucking choice.
I'm going with I'd lick it up. When you eat pussy, you're licking it anyway, as far as I'm concerned. I mean,
right.
So I'm already okay with that.
Yeah.
I guess out of a condom,
that's
just
kind of an easy one.
As weird as this sounds, to suck it out of a.
I would still be thinking dick.
Well, yeah, but from a condom, I would be thinking that, and not only that, it would strike me as dirtier out of a condom for some weird reason.
If anything, really, that's probably cleaner because they're all like secured in that package and shit.
But
if it was like on a table, you never know.
Clean isn't always good.
Well, it's true. Yeah,
I don't know.
Either way, to suck anything out of a condom, that makes me think too close to a man.
Yes. Plus, we save our straws for cocaine, so we don't want to dirty them up with women's fluids or
here's a whole section for
women's
guys.
cases with men. Yeah, I think we're into the real dirty section now.
Oh boy, This ain't as bad as I just made that sound, but it kind of made me think. Would you? This is from a guy's standpoint. Would you rather make out with a priest or a married woman?
A married whoopin'?
Yeah. So now keep this in mind. These are questions for guys. So a priest is always a man.
Yeah.
So I would think to myself, okay, that's out. I'll sleep with a married, and then I'm like, or make out with a married woman. Then I'm like, wait a minute. Because I'm against that shit. We talk about that on the show a lot. We joke about it.
Yeah, well, I'm not gay either, so it is what it is.
You're right.
I guess if she's willing to make out with me, her husband.
I switched back real quick.
Her husband didn't matter to her anyway.
Yeah,
so
I would definitely do a married woman before a priest. You're right.
I'll tell you right now.
That got easier.
If you ever get married again, and I got the option, she's fucking locking lips with me, fella. Right?
You wouldn't make out with a priest to keep my marriage safe?
No, I'd ruin your marriage on purpose.
Yeah,
fuck you.
Ruin my fucking life on purpose.
Well, there you go then.
Oh boy.
Would you rather sleep with someone super hot and get herpes or sleep with someone really boring in bed but get no STD?
Boring.
Yeah.
Boring.
I mean, we basically both knew the answer to that from past shows.
Because we've had that.
Ironically enough.
I've had the herpes chance and I've had the boring chance and I've taken the boring chance every time.
Hence here you are.
Every fucking time I've taken the boring chance.
Yep.
Over the herpes chance.
But anyway. Yep.
I don't even know what this is. Would you rather walk in on your parents making love or be caught making love?
Caught. That was easy.
Yep, simple. Would you rather seduce your female boss or seduce your next door neighbor's daughter? Well, that's gonna no, because my next door neighbor's daughters are like
I was
going
to
to
say, and if we're going off of this particular case,
right,
that's
a no-brainer.
Yeah.
But I guess, all right, so let's say my next door neighbor's daughter was, 22 or something like that, or an older age.
Well, you still don't know if she would be a good-looking girl.
Well, right, and
that's a weird one.
Yeah, I don't.
I wonder if your neighbors listen. They're probably going to start locking their doors now.
Well, that's a different situation. I'm talking if they were like I had a 22-year-old neighbor or something. Yeah, that's kind of a fucked up question now that I think of it, because even hypothetically, you can't really get around. But I guess I see what they're going with. Like, it's weird to sleep with your neighbors in general, because then you got to live next to them.
I agree.
I guess my boss, but then you got to work with her. I don't know. I'm going boss.
You're going with the boss? I would agree. I'm going to go with that too.
Yep.
Someone who likes rough sex or someone who likes gentle sex? I'm going rough sex.
Rough sex.
Not that I always want it, but I feel like you could have rough sex without it's not like I'm fucking beating the shit out of you either.
You beat later?
You want to get fucking beat later?
You cringy motherfucker.
You want to go in the red room?
You fucking simp. That's what you said, red room. The red room. You said that night on the show.
I remember that from 50 Shades of Grey.
You said something about the red room. You want to go?
That's what there is.
That's fucking red room.
There is a red room.
I should have got a sound clip of it.
You
and put
should
it on
have.
Here. I don't know if I knew where it was in the show. I'd play it on here so everybody could hear it again.
They're gonna hear it anyway.
Over again.
Fuck it.
Oh, you got any more, or do we got to move on?
Where are we at? Do we got to do this contest? We about halfway?
Yeah, we're halfway. We're exactly halfway.
Yeah,
we can do the contest if you want to.
I think we should probably do that and get that out of the way.
I'll see if I can make this work. So, for $300, anybody that bought merch, every $10 they spent got entered into a drawing.
Got them one entry.
So, for instance, if they spent $100 on merch, they got 10 entries. So, the more they spent, the more chances they have to win. And how did we do this?
You were going to share your phone and turn it sideways.
Now, the listeners, they're not going to be out. They're just going to have to either watch or they're going to have to.
We can announce the name.
Right, we're going to have to announce it. And then it's going to be that simple, really. So there is the list, well, part of it shows. We got a couple, Dave, Angela, your father. But it goes on and on and on. But in the number on the right-hand side of the screen, I'm trying to explain this so the listeners can understand what
I was going to get at. Yep.
On the right-hand of the side of the screen has the amount of entries each person has. And then up at the top here in the middle, it says pick. So I just push that button. It's going to do some weird shit on the screen here. And then the name is going to come up. And it's as simple as that. We just write it down and give them their fucking money.
And the reason... your phone when it locks.
Yeah, I forgot to unlock
But the reason for this, though, is like I said, Wes was a little more worried about this than I was. But I do agree with this. This is obviously, I'm sure everybody knows that we're not out to scam or screw anybody over. I would hope they would know that.
Mm-hmm.
But this is about the most random, fair way that we could do it. That we were able to obviously enter everybody's entry that they earned by purchasing merch. And still keep it as random as possible, so everybody knows there was no favoritism here. Obviously,
right.
Because
certain people we left out, and I feel bad.
Yes, there was.
But like Matt, he's on the show quite a bit. He bought a shirt. Yeah. I wanted to give him his chance, but at the same time, I was like, no, he's on the show all the time.
And he was decent. He understood.
Yeah, he did. Actually, a lot of people don't even care. They just bought the merch for the merch. But
exactly. Like I said, I think you were a little more worried about it than I was. But again, I'm not opposed to this. I'm okay with it to keep it as random and fair as possible. So
I should have done a drum roll. Instead of drum roll, we got
gay. No, you know better than
it's as close.
You know what sound we need?
What sound? Oh, our sound.
Oh my goodness!
Where the hell is it? Right there.
Hey, whore.
And there,
here we go.
Here's
our pick right now.
Here's our winner.
Comes up. Mike Senior.
Oh my God! You gotta be.
Your dad got it. Wow, good.
Look at this. The odds of winning, though, 7, and so everybody knows this.
So, he had 7 and 61 chances.
This instantly bothered me.
Why?
Just because of what we just said, and then it turns out.
Oh yeah, it turns out to be your dad. I know.
You know what?
Well, we can't change it. It is what it is.
We can't lie. I mean, you could see right here on the TV, odds of winning were 7 and 61.
All right.
So I mean, that's as random as it gets. Congratulations to the old man. I appreciate the
I could see why that would bother you, though. It's like, oh, of course your dad was. See, and this is what I was worried. I'm glad he did. Don't get me wrong.
Well, the only thing that makes me feel better is that obviously everybody here knows what they just saw how we did it, and they saw we didn't do anything fishy here.
Right.
So obviously I'm happy for him. You know, I'm sorry to anybody that didn't win, obviously, but either way, I do appreciate all the support and purchasing and even though that the contest isn't going on anymore, guys, keep in mind that you guys can still purchase merch through me or Wes at any time. We're still trying to figure out hats.
Yeah,
we're still trying to figure out hats.
The problem of it is we found a great site, but they would be like $40 for people to buy because they're like $36 for us to make them.
Yep.
And so it hasn't even been worth it because nobody's gonna buy a fucking hat for $40. I don't care if it's a fucking name brand hat, especially let alone ours.
Exactly. But so we're still working on that. The problem of it is that, like we discussed, if we end up getting them where that place that you found is, they're wicked nice, but they're a lot of fucking money. And who the fuck is going to pay that for a hat? I get it, but
I think we should design a couple, leave them out there, let people know 100% how much they are. Like these are too much money for you to buy them. But here they are. If you really fucking absolutely want this hat, here it is.
I mean, that's going to be it.
But as far as me and Mike are concerned, don't fucking buy one because they're overpriced. But we're still working on that. We might figure out a way to find a place that
maybe we could buy a bunch of them in bulk or something.
And then the problem is then they're all the same fucking color.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
that was nice how they had like 30 different colors.
That blue was nice anyway, though, regardless.
Yeah, I guess we could do that. We're working on that. Blue. There's going to be sales and shit. We're going to be doing different things besides just contests. We're going to be running some sales here. We got.
They posted it. Right?
Oh yeah, they got. We got the summer drop coming. We're going to announce the 5. We're going to make 5 items for the show. Different types of items for summer. So June 1st, we should have that out. I'd like to be able to drop that on the 1st of June. So Mike's been working diligently on that.
Yeah, we had a little meeting the other day. We got
a lot of shit.
We still got to get together though to put the designs together. Obviously, it's just easier when we're together.
I like we could talk about the shit when it's not either on the show or right before or right after the show. It was nice having that. We could actually just concentrate on shit that we got to get done. So things are rolling.
They are.
Things are rolling. But I'm looking forward to this pizza thing.
Yeah, me too. I agree. But again, congratulations, old man, on your fucking win there. Now he's buying me some beers or something.
Yeah. Well, we know he doesn't have a little dick.
Yeah, that's true.
We know he's not built like his son.
Wait a minute. We fucking owed him. He made us that sticker. We owed him.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Somebody will have something to say that why it was unfair or whatever.
No, I'm being sarcastic. Remember, he made that for us because it was a pain in the.
Oh yeah, and he was like,
"Oh, you guys fucking owe me big now."
Yeah, well, they're not anymore.
Yeah,
not anymore, old man.
Yeah, the slate's fucking clean now, pal. All right, now we want some more stickers. So how about that?
Woman has lesbian threesomes with her mom, and loves sharing her mom with other women.
What a trooper!
You think that's wrong?
What?
If her and her mom aren't actually doing anything to each other, but they're both doing things to the other woman, is that morally wrong?
No.
I'm kind of like, right. I mean, they're not actually really touching.
I mean, at the end of the day,
it'd be no different than you or me with a girl. As long as we didn't touch each other, there's not really anything wrong with it.
Yeah. Maybe they do, though. That's the thing. We don't know if they do or not. Yeah,
well, we're gonna fucking find out.
We are gonna find out. But
a woman has admitted that she has lesbian threesomes with her own mother and really enjoys the experience. The anonymous blogger shared her story on a site called Raw Confessions.
Ooh, that sounds
like
Raw Confessions.
We're gonna open that in a new window. And then we're going to close that so it's there because I want to see if there's anything other good on there for the show. Revealing that she'd been sleeping with her friend for a while when her mom decided to join in. This has been going on for a while now. The woman revealed that the threesomes with her mom had been happening for the past 3 months. And that while her mom has known for a while that she's gay, she'd never shown any inclination herself towards lesbian relationships until recently. My mom, of course, is not your typical Chinese mother. Oh, they're Chinese.
And I was going to say,
that threw me off.
And it says mom in other places, so that might have been a weird,
Yeah.
Goes back and forth, mom.
My mom is not your typical Chinese mother and supports all things in the
TQBPTR, whatever.
FJB community.
I like what you did there.
I confessed to being lesbian a few months after I came out 5 years ago. Boy, she turned that into a lot, didn't she?
Yeah.
I confessed to being lesbian a few months after I came out 5 years ago. Like, why didn't you just say 5 years? Like, she turned that into like a fucking story.
She made that more than she had to.
There was a lot of math going on.
Well, that's the problem with these women. They just fucking they run their mouth too much.
The women and
all our women listeners like, Mike, you're a fucking creep
so
and,
do you.
And a scumbag. Only when I drink.
I know somebody that runs their mouth a lot.
Only when I drink.
Oh, God.
Shit.
Where the hell was I?
Number 2.
This is allegedly because of her highly abusive dad who works with it's always a daddy issue.
It's always.
Who works for the Chinese government. Now I almost feel bad. I don't even want to read any more of this because that's weird. These fucking Chinese mobsters, man, they're crazy.
Look what happened 20 minutes from us, 30 minutes from us.
Yeah, there's some pretty crazy bastards over there.
I won't be here, so they can do whatever they want. Have at it.
Now she and her mother
share a living... Wait till about 6:30 and do all you need. I'll be out of here.
Now this episode will never come out. Now she and her mother share a living space, which she has led them to share in this unique experience. The woman had been hooking up with a friend for a while before her mom decided to join in. My mom and I lived together, and sometimes I had sex with my friend at our apartment while my mom was home. After a few drinks, my mom joined us a few months ago. We have never had sex with each other, nor do we want to, although we have caressed and touched each other during sex. Yikes. Yeah, I'm with the yikes on that.
So to answer what we were wondering though is they don't actually have sex. They have touch, but they don't have sex. So I guess it's not as weird as some would think or whatever.
Well, for lesbians, there's not a whole lot more than touch, is there?
Really? Yeah. And my aspect to if I was able to bang a mother-daughter combo, I'm all for it.
Mm-hmm.
But to look on it like the outside, it's a little weird, a little bit, but not. We've definitely read or discussed crazier, more weird shit.
Oh, absolutely.
So this doesn't rate up there all that high, honestly. And the fact that they don't even really touch or anything really doesn't make it all that weird for us.
But they caress, and that's weird to me.
Yeah, because that makes me
Now, it's one thing if I walked in and a mom was like sitting on the couch and the daughter was sitting next to her, and the mom, you know how moms play with like their daughter's hair and comb their hair for them and stuff? Like, that's not a big deal. But now picture her doing that exact same thing, but naked with another woman between them. All of a sudden, it's weirder than it was when they were sitting on the couch.
Caressing your hair while a girl's eating your puss.
Yeah, it's a lot more sexual now all of a sudden because of the circumstances. I think it's no good. I disagree with it. I think it's fucking incest as far as I'm concerned, even though maybe they aren't actually licking each other and doing that type of shit.
Which that is illegal.
I think it's still incest. I think it's still mother and daughter. It's no different than father and son. Can you imagine with your dad and even a girl in the middle?
Well, he does owe me big, so.
Start using lotion, old man.
Well, you do owe me big, old man.
Start using lotion on them hands.
Yeah. I like the kind with Vaseline in it. It lasts longer.
It seems from her post that she has no plans to stop these encounters and doesn't think it's strange at all. Let's just hope this isn't another internet troll, or rather, let's just hope it is.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I kind of hope that it is fake.
So, well, that article wasn't, I don't know, like you said, I agree. I guess it's kind of incest. It's a little weird. I got to admit, if I met this girl and we're hanging out and then we get talking about it, she's like, yeah, I have threesomes with my mom. I think probably originally I'm going to be like, oh, fuck yeah. This is going to be awesome for me.
Yep.
And then eventually I think I might be like, yeah, this is a little bit fucking weird, I guess.
Yeah, well, that's it. It's a mom. You got to remember, it's still a mom and a daughter. So it's like there's an incest thing to that. It's really no different than the father. Well, actually, if it come down to it, it's probably worse than the father and daughter thing because they're actually touching.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, all right. Well, that's a good question. What do we think is worse? The father watching the daughter, like actually like masturbate and do stuff like that, or the mother and the daughter, where they don't actually do anything together, but they caress each other. Because watching your daughter masturbate is pretty fucked up. But a mother caressing her daughter while they're both having sex with another woman, I don't know.
I'm going with the father.
Is the worst one?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, I agree.
I think
here's the thing. I guess first of all,
two women with that one.
It's fucked up to begin with. I don't care how you dice that up. That's fucked up. But I think it makes it even worse. He literally pays to see it. It's like he has a choice to not see it, and he specifically goes out of his way to pay to see it.
Yep.
So I think that makes it worse. Maybe that makes no sense to everybody.
Yeah. No, well, I didn't think that, but now that you said that, I do agree with you. My thoughts about it were that it was fucked up because it's a father and a little girl. Like I picture, obviously she was of age and she's not a little girl. But in my mind, if I had a daughter, that's my little girl. Whether she's fucking 4 or 28, she's my little girl. So and that right there makes it weirder for me. You're watching your quote unquote little girl masturbate. Whereas the mother and the daughter, it doesn't come off like that in my head. If you follow what I'm saying, it doesn't seem
I'm
as
on board with you, but yeah,
it doesn't. The mother and daughter thing seems fucked up, but it doesn't seem as rapey or as molesty as that the other way.
New words: rapey, and molesty.
You think? Do you think Barstool Sports would produce our shows if we talked about molesty?
Absolutely not.
Yes, I bet you they would. You know, I messaged Dave on Instagram not too long ago. In fact, I got to check that about this show.
Dave, this was our buddy Dave?
No, Portnoy, the owner of Barstool Sports.
Gee, I didn't know you and him were buddies. My bad.
We didn't either until I messaged him. But you never know until you message people. You never know. So maybe we can make that happen. Maybe we can. As much as I like KSC Radio, it's time to move over, guys.
Yeah.
And we started the Would You Rather section.
You gotta step aside for the real guys.
You gotta make big moves if you plan on being a big show.
I'm not bragging, but I guess I am bragging, so fuck it. We have come far in a short amount of time.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, we may not get fucking totally rich and famous, but we are gonna make it to, like, I don't know how to explain this. So we're gonna be known, like we're known now, but like we're gonna get known. We might not be fucking Hollywood famous, but we're gonna get fucking known. I'm telling you, I know it.
I think you got to step them numbers up, but I think
those are rookie numbers.
I think you can be Hollywood famous if you want to be.
Whatever he does there.
You know, I was talking about Ryan the other day because he was kind of saying what you were just saying about the show. We were just talking out in the driveway. And I was saying though that it just takes time. It's just that one show gets noticed. Like there's people that some of these big huge podcasts and YouTube channels and stuff. They've been doing it for 3, 4, 5 years. Nothing, and all of a sudden there's 6 years. Somebody fucking hears them, says, "Hey, I'll give you $3 million to do a 3-year contract. I'll give you $1 million a year contract to do a show on my, for instance, Barstool Sports." And that's it. That's all it takes.
Or like you said, though, too, some of them do it and 8 months, a year and a half, and you just never know. It's, I guess, basically the luck. I'm sure it goes a lot of your content of how it's getting out there and what people are looking for.
Well, and it just takes time to get out there. Just in general, it just takes time. Viral shit helps. But otherwise, it just takes time to do that. Now, listen to this. What's your thoughts on this? Say that happens. Say we put out a show. Somebody gets a hold of us from Barstool. Hey, we want to give you $3 million contract to do a 2-year show on our thing. What do you say? Yes or no?
I say we make more money than that, and I want more money.
You sound like the chick that started fucking Call Her Daddy, and now look at her.
You mean the one that's no longer there and
she's working at fucking Arby's or something like that? She thought she would. Yeah, she kept telling she wanted more and more and more money, and finally they said, "Go make it then."
Yeah. I mean, we've already discussed that briefly. Anyway, we're so much like-minded. I think that I don't think we would ever have an issue like that. And that,
well, no, to split $3 million in half, that's still quite a bit of money.
Yeah, but I'm saying we're so like-minded. It wouldn't matter. It could be $200,000. Basically what I'm getting at is I'm relating to what and I did that on purpose about them, but we wouldn't be them. We wouldn't sit here and be like, no, I want more.
Well, everybody says that. I hope we aren't. And I don't think we would be, but I feel like everybody says that. We would never do that. And then
it could be. I know.
I mean, money is money. Somebody offers you fucking $10 million. That's a lot of money. Your fucking brain starts going. You never know. I mean, I'd hope that it wouldn't come to that.
It's going to sound a little fucking gay or whatever, but it's $10 million ain't going to outlast a friendship. And I'm not trying to be weird, but think of the memories and the fun we've had as friends.
I could think of them from my fucking yacht.
Fair enough.
Okay, you go back and fucking
well,
where you live and think about our memories. I'll be thinking about them out here with white sand under my feet and I'll go people bringing me drinks.
I'll go back to my trailer while you're on your fucking yacht.
Yeah, and we'll think they'll both have the same memories, so it's nothing to worry about, right?
So now everybody knows what a piece of shit you are, and you're all about the money. So,
well, I don't know, and that's what leads me to this what I'm talking about. So say somebody offered us $3 million to do a 2-year contract. You have to do a show once a week. So that's 52 times 2. It's 104 shows. And we'll give you $3 million. We split that in half. That's $1.5 million each after tax or whatever. You still take home $700 in 2 years divided by 2. Basically $350,000 a year we would make. Do you say yes or no?
I would do that.
Now, with what comes with that, there's a lot of shit that comes with that people don't see. Now all of a sudden you have to do meetings all over the fucking place. You're constantly flying. We don't want you to talk about this on the show. We don't want you to talk about that on the show. Maybe not crazy, but there's probably a list of things we don't want you to talk about. Well, do you still say yeah? Also, your daughter's birthday is this day. Oh, we're sorry, Mr. Mike and Wes. You're going to have to be, you got to be to San Francisco for that meeting with such and such that day. You're not going to be able to make your daughter, you know what I mean? That shit happens. There's a price on money.
There's a price for all of it. Absolutely.
I mean, that seems like great money, but is it? I mean, do you start giving up things? You know, your mom's having a cookout one weekend. Oh, I wish I could be there, but I got to be in Dallas for.
Mom, I'll send you a check for $20,000. Don't worry.
Well, we talked about that. Right. Yeah. Well, I think I would still do it.
That's what I mean. We talked about it. I don't think it would be easy. Big thing would be like if I was missing holidays but I got to be honest, where I work now, that happens. And
something's coming up recently that we both know, and it was a real sad issue that just happened the other day, but you're not going to be able to make that viewing because you have to be in, this is the shit that happens. I feel like,
that's a big one.
And they kind of when they're tossing around $3, $5, $10 million, they kind of have that control over you.
Yes, they do.
And it makes you go, if a relative of mine passed and it's like, no, I'd always make it to the viewing, or I could have and I'm not trying to sound like a shallow piece of shit, but I'm thinking to myself like, my relative has already passed. As much as I want to be there, that's a chance for $10 million that I'll never fucking get back. I'm sure the person we're talking about, I'm sure he would say, no, get on the fucking plane. I won't miss you, bud.
You fat fuck. You better go get
that's what he would say. Get on the fucking plane.
But we already discussed it. At the end of the day, if we're not in it to win it, basically, if we're not in it to hit it big, why are we even doing it then? Let's stop right now.
I talk about this with dating.
If we're not willing to make those sacrifices and do that, well, then we might as well stop right now.
And this is why we joke about me being picky. This is why I'm picky. When I think of dating, the whole point of dating is to eventually, not right away, but eventually move in and get married. And if you're younger, have kids. But I mean, I'm kind of older than that now. But there's a goal to all this. You meet somebody on Bumble with a goal. Like from that very first message you send them. I know it sounds creepy, but the whole goal is to meet somebody that you can end up at that stage with. So if it's not right in the beginning, why bother?
Yeah, if you don't feel that connection or whatever.
Right, and everybody's like, you're so picky. Well, because I plan on marrying this person. If I don't think I could be married to this person, then why even fucking waste her time?
Yeah.
I'm doing it for her as much. I know it sounds like a weird thing, but I'm doing it for her as much as I am me. Why waste her fucking time?
Why spend 5 years with somebody that you're not going to potentially be with forever? Right. Of course, it's like, how do you know if you want to spend the rest of your life with them if you don't give them a chance for? You know what I'm saying? You can't. Yeah, you can't talk to them for 3 weeks off of Bumble and be like,
and know you're going to marry her.
Fuck you. I'm not. Right. I would never. How you don't even know somebody in 3 fucking weeks?
Right.
So,
but it kind of goes along
right on cue.
Yeah, the siren. My mom said she heard that in one of the shows.
Did she? But it's so you. I mean, there's got to be a line there where you give them. You got to dedicate a certain amount of time.
So I think with that said, I think when you go in and somebody's looking to buy your show, because that's basically, they'd own us. We'd work for them at that point, and rightfully so if they're giving us that amount of money. But I think you go into those meetings with some of your own requests. We don't have to just lay down and do everything they tell us to do because they got $10 million. Because if we're worth $10 million to this company, we'll be worth at least $5 million to some other you know what I mean?
Maybe more.
So I don't think we should forget. Anyway, I don't know how the fuck we got on this big old long drawn out thing about all this, but it just
that's because big things are going to happen. They are happening.
That's how it started. We're talking about how quick this all came on.
And I know I said it before, but it really had. It's been 5 months now.
Dude, we're doing hotel parties in the end of June. I fucking love it.
What's it been? It's been 5 months now, right? 5.5 months?
4 to 5. Yep. 4
no,
to
it's
5
more
months.
than 4 now because we've been.
We got 34 episodes. We do one a week, except for the first.
You got to remember
the first 15.
We did 2.
18.
We did 2 a week.
So 18 times 2.
36.
Or divided by 2.
Or 9.
9. So there's 9 weeks right there.
So that's 2 months right there.
Right. And then so 18. So 34 minus 18.
There's about another 18, roughly.
Divided by 4.
7. No, 6. 6 and 4 is 24. 5. 4, 16. 4.
I must have fucked that up.
Something or you could, I could confuse.
Yeah, it ended up being. It's about 4 to 5 months, I think.
So
probably closer to 5 months.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So it's about 5 months. Anyway, we can't do math, but either way we can talk shit. So good thing for that. But what I'm going, I said this before, and I've told you that when we're not even on the show. It's mind-boggling to think that basically it all got started. I think maybe we talked about doing. Everybody has been.
Everybody told us to do it.
Everybody has been telling us for years that. For years, we needed to do this. You guys are so fucking funny. You need to start filming yourself, blah, 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 blah. So finally, I got drunk one night, text Wes, fuck it, let's do a podcast. Apparently, I say a lot when I'm drinking, so we take it with a grain of salt. And I think a couple of weeks may have went by. And
I think I did the YouTube thing for a while, and you had been saying it.
Well, yeah.
Like, there was a lot to do with figuring out camera, which we went through.
Yes.
We went through a lot of bullshit, getting cameras right. There was a lot of nights up till 2 o'clock in the morning trying to figure out why the fucking sound didn't go through.
Remember we were shopping, buying cables.
Holy fuck, dude. Remember for a week, I would have you stop by just to test out cameras. It was a fucking mess.
And I think it was a couple of weeks because I think you were a little iffy. That's what you were saying.
Because I knew all this shit
You were like,
was
Bob,
involved.
you don't understand all the work that's entailed that we got to do. And I remember my first drink.
Holy fuck, good thing it was almost empty.
Then finally, I think after a couple weeks, he was like, you know what? Fuck it. Come on up. Let's try this. And we fucking literally sat on his couch at a coffee table with his computer and his cell phone as our recording device.
Yeah, because he used the microphone on the phone. I figured out a way to get the microphone on the phone. That was our first fucking
episode. That's where we started. Of course, we jumped up very fast. I think our second or third episode, we had already got mics. You had got the mics.
Well, after the first one, I listened to it. I said, "No, this ain't. We're gonna fucking make. We got to do something about it."
But I mean, just to think, in 5 months' time, here we are. I mean, I got not that I want it to happen, but I got to tell you right now, if it ended today, I'd still be proud to be like, "Wow, we did."
Yeah, it was cool.
Like you said, stats show 7-8 episodes, everybody drops off. We're at 35 right now, whatever. We're still going strong.
That's what they say after about.
We sold
same thing with YouTube. The numbers are the same. Podcasts and YouTube after about 7 episodes or 7 videos. That's usually when people. The statistics show that's usually when people give up on it.
Yeah, and not trying to brag.
Well, and I told you that too. You could do this 20 fucking episodes, and all of a sudden numbers just drop out of nowhere. But don't get. You got to keep fighting through that.
Ours are. We're still.
They could still.
Yeah.
So just keep.
But the thing
I try to keep that in mind. If we get one episode gets 3 fucking listens, we got to just keep plugging.
It is what it is. But just to think,
this will be the episode because it was fucking boring.
We've sold over. It was like over $1,000 in merch. Look at the money we've made, and it's not all about that. But I'm just saying, as a whole picture,
right? It ain't all about that. It never has, but it helps us with the show.
It just goes to show that we must be doing something fucking right, though. Look at the money that we're making from all these Spreakers and these ads and the merchandise. Look at the people that we've met.
We got fucking back and forth girls now.
Yeah.
That travel to fucking events with us.
We have people in fucking India listening to us. I mean, who would ever thought that sitting on your coffee table that was going to happen? And it's been 5 months. 5 fucking months. You imagine what
social
3 years
media
is gonna bring?
and the internet is a fucking weird place now, ain't it?
And we said it, yeah. And we said it before, but I got to tell you, it's to all our listeners, obviously, that listen to us. I appreciate it. It's fucking awesome, though. Like I said, if it ended right now, I'd be happy. I don't give a shit. We've made. I don't want it to, but we've made it so far. We've done so.
So with that said, the announcement for episode 30 is this 4 or 5?
I don't know, 35, I think.
35. Yeah, and the announcement for episode 35 is we are all done.
Yep.
This is the last one, guys. Thanks for listening. It's been a good ride.
We didn't quite make it like we thought we were going to. All the money we talked about was bullshit. Nobody bought merch.
Nobody's getting the $300. Go fuck
We don't even have it to pay you motherfuckers. This will be episode 30.
Shit.
This will be 35.
Well,
but no, I mean, seriously. I mean, I don't know.
Well, you done stroking your cock yet or what?
No, it feels good.
Does it?
It feels good.
That's what happened. The first time you jerk off, it's like the first time you jerk off. It feels good to do it.
You're not fucking proud of us, though?
I absolutely am.
You know?
I absolutely am.
In 5 months' time and still going.
I don't think any of our listeners give 2 fucks.
Nah, well. They,
what?
They got to listen to our bullshit. That's a part of the show.
Well, right. So we can't all have fucking Michelle episodes. Some of the episodes
I don't know what to
be
tell you.
fucking...
I mean, I can take my shirt off, but you're probably not going to want to see it.
Well, she didn't take her shirt off.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Not during the show, anyway.
Not ever, because I scared her. She may have, but I think I scared her.
She waited till you left.
Yeah. Smart.
I never once thought this show would lead to this type of shit.
No.
So anyway, with that said, I guess that'll be about the end of the episode. We appreciate everybody that bought merch, everybody that entered into the contest.
Yes, thank you very much, guys.
Mike Sr., Mike's dad, won the contest. Just for anybody just turning it on now. Yeah, congratulations, and we appreciate it. So we'll get the money right over to you as soon as we possibly can. Update: we talked about there will be more contests. I can't announce how much or what. But trust me, stick around for the next one.
It was fun to do, honestly.
I think it was fun. Yeah.
People are going to say I could be bullshitting, but giving money away, this is fun. It was fun.
Right.
Like, just to do it, the whole hype of it. Like, I couldn't wait for this episode to find out who the fuck was going to win. I couldn't wait.
Right. Because whether people believe us or not, we didn't know until we just saw it on this fucking thing.
Yeah, it was exciting. We explained it to Harry, and even he agreed. Mm-hmm. He was like, yeah, you can't make it any more fair than that. What do you want us to do?
Right.
So, but I was excited to see. I really was. And it's I don't know. This whole thing was exciting, so I can't wait for the next one either.
So merch is still on sale. In fact, June 1st, I'm going to put the pressure on Mike right now. June 1st, I will be making a post on Facebook and Instagram about 5 new summer items coming out for a summer drop. That's one update. The second update is there will also be another contest coming. I can't say when or won't say when or how much or anything, but there is one coming. And the third thing is we already announced, but is the Two Brothers Pizza. Well, I don't want to say it. It will be a live because I'm going to try to put it on Instagram Live, but I'm not going to put it on. It's tough because there's so many platforms where people listen. To do a live show, you'd really be limiting.
Well, I think
if I did it on YouTube, we only have a handful of people on YouTube. Most of 99% of our listeners come from audio, not YouTube. So if we put it on YouTube, it kind of fucks everybody else.
I'm thinking though. I think as it got closer, we would figure out exactly where or how we're going to do it, and we would literally just a week prior say, okay, we're going to put this on YouTube live at 5:00.
Sure.
And everybody that just listens will be like, okay, well, if I want to see this, I know it's going to be on YouTube at 5:00 live, and they'll just have to, at least for that episode, watch it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we'll give them that opportunity.
Well, regardless, even if it's live, we will still make a episode out of it.
Oh, absolutely.
So even if it's live on, say, like a Friday or Saturday, it'll still end up being a Monday episode.
Absolutely.
So, and that's what it is. I'll probably just bring all the equipment down there. We'll just record that like we are right this second, but I'll just post it on the following.
Yep.
Or however.
And the hotel party to follow.
But I hope to. Matt will be there and his wife will be there so far as we know. And the back and forth girls will be there, which you guys will meet before then. We plan on in a couple weeks here. We're going to get all 3 of them on. Michelle, you already met.
We figured everybody got sick of looking at our ugly fucking faces.
We'll get the other 2 on here. I think they're planning on taking over the fucking show. They're planning on kicking us right out of our fucking seats.
They can fucking have it.
Yep. And
it ain't all it's cracked up to be.
You and me will be on the fucking casting couch, and we're going to let them run the show, and that'll be an interesting thing to watch. It'll probably end up...
Are they going to tie us up?
Oh, my God. We're not drinking before... You're not drinking before that. You'll be fucking having us arrested.
Well, that's good. Fuck it.
So that's that. So, guys, at the end of June, we're going to announce the actual date and time and all that stuff. And we don't know which pizza place we're going to be at yet, whether it's the Saugerties one or the Rhinebeck one. But anybody in that area, which is quite a few of our listeners are down in that area, we'll let you know when it is. We're going to come up with some games, probably some giveaways, some T-shirt giveaways, some shit like that to give you guys that come in. And we're going to get some games to get some of the listeners. I'm going to try to even get the workers and people, and maybe even Scott himself. I'll get him involved in some of the games if we can. So... we're going to think of some shit, but just a kind of a teaser so you guys know things are happening and what's coming up, and we'll give you the details as we go.
Just to reiterate, though, back to it again, think at 5 months how fast that's happening. We're doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Goes to show.
Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah. Anyway, episode 35, you little dick fuckers. Thanks for being involved in the contest. And Mike Sr., thank you. You were the winner. We'll get a hold of you as soon as we possibly can once Mike makes that money so that we can give it to you.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't mind waiting a while.
Had to wait for the next contest. Okay, bye.